Hey, a great Tuesday evening. It is a beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville, Texas, and supposedly Roman's coming on, but we'll see. He's been saying that for a while and hasn't showed up, so we'll see if that actually happens. Yesterday we had Captain Bob and had an amazing show, great show, right? Right? You sure? She's sure, right? Had a great show. Yeah, uh, Mimi agrees. It was a great show, and it was fun. A little bit on the laid back side, and had a little bit of a jibber jab there, here and there. I think that's one of the things that I appreciate about the show, and a lot of the people that come on, they understand that a lot of times a lot of the stuff that we say is in jest and for the fun of it, and nothing to be taken very serious unless we're getting down into the politics and the Brownsville stuff, and then we want to hope that individuals understand that there's a time for everything. As one of the King Solomon's, para todo es su tiempo, tiempo para bailar, tiempo para reír, tiempo para danzar. It's a time for everything, and sometimes it's important, to be a little bit on the serious side and present facts and opinion in regards to what's going on. And there's a time to have some fun. Most of the time we have some fun, but that's okay. Uh, Let me say it's been for me an exciting type of day. I'll go over that real quick while we wait for Rome to come on. I had some work to do this morning. That's one of the reasons why I did a quick little snippet show and just wanted to say hi to people in the morning, as I usually do. And then got ready to get into the nitty gritty. Started to work a little bit. Saka cheese crisp. Good evening. Good evening. I can't believe I missed El Bob. Face purple cry. It was funny last yesterday. You gotta go back and watch it. Good evening, Alina. Hermosa. Say hi to Frank and good evening. And cheese crisp. Let me say, had an atypical morning. I almost had slipped my mind that I had to go to Matamoros and perform a wedding at noon, which was a quick little trip. I did my wedding and then decided to come back. Um, had an issue. I'll make mention of this before Roman comes on because it was kind of a weird deal. Had an issue with one individual that we were supposed to marry on Saturday, except we didn't have a marriage license for them. And contacted us today. I said, well, you got to get up, get the marriage license. Well, my husband's in San Antonio. I said, you got to come and get the marriage license. It's part of the deal. I mean, there's only so much that we can do. We cannot get a marriage license for individuals. Individuals have to go on their own or get an affidavit for give authorization to their other individual to go get the marriage license. But at least one of them has to go, at least. And you go, well, you can't. I'm going like, well, then you can't get married on Saturday. Well, you said you were going to marry us. I said, like, you can't marry someone without a marriage license. He goes, you didn't tell me that. I'm going like, I've married thousands of people here. Thousands. Out of all those thousands, you're the one individual I didn't mention that to? Are you serial? Had me go to Matamoros to have a conversation. They didn't show up at the time that they chose for us to be there. And again, I am not going to sit my pretty behind in Matamoros for long periods of time. It's just not going to happen. So, wailing, crying, I said, not going to do it. Uh, Calmer heads prevailed. Husband comes down, calls me and mentions there. Like I said, look, guys, try to work with your wife. Doesn't want to work. And I'm sorry. And she said, well, what do we have to do? I said, I'm going to give you step by step what you have to do. You have to be here tomorrow. You have to get the marriage license on Saturday. We'll get married. It's that simple. But you have to follow the steps that I've given you to the T. If you follow the steps, we're going to be okay. Because the steps, the rules apply to everyone. Everyone has to follow the steps. There's no exceptions. They're not going to make an exception at the courthouse for Erasmo Castro, and I don't expect them to. I expect everyone to be treated equally. That's one of the things that we suffer from a lot here uh, in this area, Cabre County. Yeah, where some rules don't apply to some individuals. Now, there's a huge rumor going around about this individual that they were busted, uh, DWI, and I actually received some of that information. I said, well, let's confirm it. Haven't been able to confirm it. I've yet to see one speck of evidence in regards to the accusation. Guys, I'm not going to go out there and throw stuff out on a whim, especially without proof that it's actually happened. Not going to go on hearsay. Not going to do to others what had been done to me in regards to individuals trying to hurt my life. It's trippy because I have this cousin that's a preacher in a church, and he was out there sharing with individuals from my congregation that they had busted me at Pokey's Planet. This is a fellow member of the cloth, somewhat a relative of mine, going out there and saying that I had been caught at Pokey's Planet. First of all, if I had been caught at Pokey's Planet, it wouldn't have been an issue. Maybe a mistake. Maybe it's something that I want to go in there and see what they have. But it never happened. I've never been in a Pokey's Planet, and I've already explained where the news stations and all the media got a hold of that. Guys, it never happened. It's not in the recording. The recording strictly states broken sprocket. But it was so trippy because back then, that day, you had police officers going out there and interviewing individuals from Pokey's Planet. And they said, huh? He was never here. It never happened. This is what happens when there is selective justice and they want to desperately go after some individuals more than they want to go after other individuals. And they wanted to come after me desperately bad, to the point that they would invent and try to make it fit that I had actually been at Pokey's Planet. You're never going to find a video of Erasmo at Pokey's Planet because it never happened. And I make mention of this because there's two justices here. The justice that applies to all the rest of us, and the justice that applies to individuals that are in that inner circle, district attorney's inner circle, that politico crazy people inner circle. But until we find real proof of any wrongdoings, I'm going to, call it out. And I make mention of that because I was having a camera conversation today with someone in regards to Adela Garza. Let me tell you, that chick's guilty as hell. She could fry in hell as far as I'm concerned. Piece of crap. I don't care. Anyone that was so tightly knit to Sylvia Atkinson, because her and her were stuck to the private parts. So I don't care. She's a piece of crap and will always be a piece of crap in my book. I will go and spit in her grave because these individuals had the power to do and say something in regards to everything that these individuals were doing because they knew it was not true. And they did nothing to right an injustice. And all of us, guys, look, not all superheroes wear a cape. Only Erasmo Castro wears a cape. Well deserved. But we should all always stand up and fight for that which is right and be defenders of the innocent. And let me tell you, I've been guilty of a lot of things in my life. Never was guilty of 95% of what I was accused of by these people. 95%. Parmesan breaded shrimp and fish along with mullet roe, deep fried, soft with Captain Bob salsa, macabo salsa. We're doing that on Friday, I think. Captain Bob is amazing. Yeah, I need to try that mullet road deep fried because I need all the help I can get. That's what we talked about last night. If anyone missed it, love you, Captain Bob. Um, we cannot sit idly by while there is selective injustice out there, guys. Just can't do it. Shouldn't do it, and it shouldn't be done. Let me say also one of the things Captain Bob's making reference to uh, Papa Bear's food critic, food review show, and I appreciate being invited onto one of his first live shows. But I can appreciate a good a food critic review, and Ben does a great job. And we were at Mocambo's. I think it was on Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday, and had some of Mocambo's food. Some of it was great, some of it was so. And we called it the way it is. So I'm very grateful to Mocambo's for inviting us in. I'm hoping that they took to heart some of the recommendations, suggestions that were made during that live, which again were not made to poke fun or to try to decimate or destroy business. We're hoping that they correct, and I'm hoping that they get it right. Let me tell you guys. Today I was at Applebee's again, and I go to Applebee's because I like their fried wontons. It's one of my favorite foods. Um, I don't think Applebee's is going to make it. I think we're going to see strike three on Applebee's in the city of Brownsville, and it's unfortunate because I had that conversation today with one of their managers, and I said, "Look, guys, you cannot skimp on the orders. This is not a fried wonton taco. Didn't have the taste of a wonton taco, and it sure as hell didn't look like a wonton taco. Wonton chicken, wonton taco, chicken wonton taco, chicken wonton taco, chicken wonton taco. I say that a lot of times. And I told her, I said, look, I'm not out here trying to get free food from you. I'm not wanting you to fix my wonton tacos or anything. Just telling you the way it is. They look horrible. They don't look like wonton tacos. They don't. They didn't have enough coleslaw. They didn't have enough sauce. And some of them had like 4 or 5 pieces of chicken in them. Little cubes of chicken. And I want chicken in my chicken wonton tacos. Because chicken wonton tacos need to have some chicken. Don't you agree, Roman?
Totally. I've never had those, but yes, absolutely 100%. It better have chicken. If you say chicken, it better be chicken.
Chicken wonton tacos. Chicken
Where do you
wonton
get those?
Applebee's. So what
I don't
happens?
go to Apple. Why?
Well, I want to give them a chance, and I went when they first opened, and I ordered chicken wonton tacos. They were amazing. They were great. They were plumpy, full, great. Again, great wonton tacos. I went again, great, and then they were cold, and then they didn't have enough coleslaw. They didn't have enough chicken, and I called the manager, and it was trippy because I was actually paying with a coupon. They'd give me a free coupon for an appetizer, and I said, "Look, guys, if you're going to give me free crap, and it's going to look like crap and taste like crap, don't give me free crap, because the only thing that you're doing is you're going back into the olden days of the first failed two Applebee's." Hey, Frank, the first two failed Applebee's,
They should
Roman.
just call this Apple C's, because they had A, B,
B,
C.
I agree with you.
But if they
And
call it C, it'll be Apple crap.
yeah, and they're getting there, Roman. So what happens is that the second the previous to this time, the manager was like, "Oh, well," I said, "Look," and I told her the same thing that I told the manager today. We want you to succeed. We want you to be here in Brownsville. Don't go the route that the other two Applebee's went. I said, "Are you familiar with that?" And she says, "No, I'm from out of town." That's part of the problem. I said, "Look, the previous two, they started skimping on their food and on customer service. Don't let this happen to the Applebee's three, Apple C. Don't let it happen to Apple C." I like that, Roman.
I
Don't
know.
let it happen to Apple C.
That's why you miss me. That's why I'm hardly on the show, and I'm sorry.
You are sorry.
I am very sorry. Sorry.
You
Well, our Rayados are playing right now, and it's 0-0, and it's like, I want to watch the game, but I want to talk to you.
good.
I haven't talked to you in forever.
Yeah, you should. So what happens, Roman? I tell her, I said, you know what? And they're starting to slack off. Customer service is starting to fail. And also, they had a table out there that the manager was like sitting on, had a computer on there, and you're working. Get an office chick. Don't be out there in the middle of a restaurant taking a table that should go to me. You know
Do
what I'm
they
saying?
do it so they keep an eye on everybody and know that there's a manager waiting for your concerns?
Well, it didn't work. I didn't see her until I asked the hostess, "Can I speak to your manager, please?"
They're like, oh.
And they go like, "Oh crap! Erasmo wants to speak to the damn manager."
Did they know who you were? Did the
Maybe,
manager know who you were?
I don't think the manager knew who I was, but I think
Oh no! Well,
uh,
that manager's gonna find out exactly who you are
do,
tomorrow.
do you not know who I am, chick?
Oh my God! What is wrong with you? I mean, I don't. You don't want to be that person, but
I don't
do you
want to
know
be that
who?
person.
Yeah, but they
You
are
know,
from out of town.
yes, but what we're trying to get us, we want them to succeed. We want everyone here to succeed. We don't want Appleseeds to close. We don't want three strikes and they're out. You got to be consistent with your food, Roman.
Yeah, you do. I mean, look. I mean, you're special. You're. I mean, even where I go, people know who I am, and it's really weird how
You're welcome.
I can't even leave the city anymore, and people are like, "Oh, I know who you are."
You're welcome.
Some person like, aren't you a podcaster? I'm like, holy crap! How do you know who I am? You should not know who I am in primera.
You're welcome.
Um, well, no, I think it was from my show, not from my
No,
old show.
yeah, Captain Bob,
No, no.
sure.
My little show. Okay, can we get on to Applebee's because I don't want you to lose interest. Have you talked about the stupid pay raise that they're going to give themselves yet? Or are you waiting for me?
Well, this that's I'm heading off that way.
Okay.
That's why Applebee's needs to succeed because we need the revenue here. We need the jobs because unfortunately for us, the only ones that are out there making a buck here locally, see where I'm going,
Oh,
are
yeah.
are the local
Nice
politicians.
segue.
Are the
Yeah,
local,
yeah. Our local Democrats, really. Let's be real. I know there's some people. Like some of the little blogger that I hear, they're like, it's just the Republican Fox News or whatever. Like bull. When you have an entire community, we're not entire, but the community, Cameron County is run by Democrats. We vote. We not me, but other people vote Democrat. This is what you get. You get leadership that in the midst of your appraisals went up the wazoo. Your appraisals went up the wazoo. And you're going to have local politicals saying, well, we're going to lower your tax rate. I mean, you had the city of Harlingen claiming we're going to lower your tax rate by 6 cents. Well, of course you're going to have to lower their tax rate. Your appraisals went up. At the same time, people are struggling. You have the county judge out there saying, well, we're looking at maybe giving a 5% pay raise to all employees in the county. Maybe. Pero estos mendigos, estos cabrones, these stupid Democrats, these rats, they have no problems giving themselves an 11% increase because that's what they did. They raised their pay raise by more than 11% for the county commissioners. And when you do the math, it's just like a hair below 11% for the other people that got the pay raise. But if you work for the county, we maybe give you 5%. What is the crap? And that's what you get when you get Democrat leadership. That is what it. And then your county judge, your Democrat county judge, will go out and say, "Well, we haven't raised their pay for the salary of our commissioners." Well, who gives a crap? They don't have to. They don't work full time. Do they work full time? Do you think Suri Benavides works full time? What? Por favor, no mames, please, come on, no.
They got a raise during the pandemic, Roman.
They did, but it's been a long time coming, according to the county judge. Yeah, they did get a pay raise, but that's what he told Channel 5. But you really think David, who's the county commissioner for Precinct 3, David Garza, isn't he a pharmacist? So he gets paid by this county and he's a pharmacist at the same time? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And then you have Joey Lopez. Isn't he like a freaking millionaire or whatever you claim he is?
Yeah.
I mean, he obviously has a business on the side. Pero este guy, I'm sorry, it's hard for me to make a living, so I need to get a pay raise. And then you have Gus Luis, who is a county commissioner of Precinct 4. He's an attorney. He works as an attorney for other little small communities in the precinct, conveniently works there. Pero no, I need a pay raise. It's been a long time coming. I haven't had a pay raise. Those gachos, mendigos.
Didn't A. Trevino make millions off of
Well,
Tenacity?
I don't even go there. Let's not even go. He's also an attorney, but he needs an 11% increase. The guy, este vato needs an 11% increase. Oh my god, it's been a long time. I'm so poor. Really. At the same time, they're like, maybe we'll give you a 5% increase. Now, I'm not saying that the county employees deserve to get a 5% increase. I'm not even going to say that, because haven't they almost every year they get like a 1%, 2%, or 3% increase anyway?
I don't think so.
Nickel and dime. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody will correct me. I'm
Well,
sure somebody will correct me out there.
it's really unfortunate because at the end of the day, this community continues to shoot itself in the foot.
Hmm.
This is what this community voted in.
Yes.
I mean, look, I don't know why people are surprised. They gave themselves a raise and they got reelected.
Hmm.
So why was it so far fetched for people to think that they weren't going to give themselves another raise?
They're gonna. That's what they do. That's what Democrats do. That's what they need to. It's your money, and they vote to give themselves a pay raise. And then they're like, oh well, not, and they're gonna tell you, if you go there and you complain and say, well, you're gonna raise our. They're gonna say, well, we need to keep the rate the same, and we need to make more money because we have a lot of poor people that work for us, and we're gonna have to give them maybe a 5% pay raise.
Well,
I'm
it
sick
makes
of
no
it.
it makes no sense because at the end of the day, Roman, I want to know just one thing.
Only
Usually,
one.
well, right for right now,
Okay.
usually, Roman, when I've had a job, like you and I don't have a job right now. Like usually when I had a job, Roman, if I was going to get a raise, I'd have to have like an evaluation and I'd have to show something for it. Like I've taken some courses, like I've completed some, something, some workshops or crap or something, or up
And
my
you got the
game in my performance. Roman, what have they done
nada,
the past
nothing.
2 years to
They
this?
all they did is sit on their little hands and wait for the appraisal district to raise everybody's appraisals, so that next year, come the March primary, for all these little Democrats that are running, they're gonna claim, well, we cut your taxes. Never mind that they freaking raised the crap out of their spending. We cut your tax rate. Don't look at what the appraisal district did by raising your appraisals, which means we can lower our tax rate just a little bit. And never mind that our governor, who's a Republican, said, you're going to have to make sure that you tell people that what's a tax rate, what rate increase, what isn't, and you need to be, you can only go 3% higher in the amount of money that you can make versus the year before. And some people are like, "What the hell is Roman talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about, Roman." Well, maybe you all need to learn a little bit, and I don't, and so that somebody like me doesn't have to explain it to you. But I will explain it to you because many of you vote Democrat. You vote for people who do this to you. So I'm going to explain this to you. When your appraisal goes up, they say, this is how much money we have, and they have to figure out what the tax rate is. They cannot make more than 3% of the amount of money that they made the year before. And if they do, they have to ask us to raise the rate. But what these little sneaky little Democrats will do, because that's what they are, they're sneaky Democrats. They will say, well, we're gonna keep the tax rate the same, but we didn't raise your taxes. Yeah, you did. You got more money. You're gonna get more money even if you keep the damn tax rate the same. No, Roman doesn't know what he's talking about. And hey, that's not our fault. We're keeping the tax rate the same. It's not our fault their appraisal went up. That's what they're going to tell you. And then your stupid appraisal district is going to say the same thing. One would say, it's not my fault. Look at them. And the county said, no, don't look at it. Look at them. Look at the comptroller. I actually heard the appraisal district director claim that it's not our fault the appraisals went up. You have to look at the comptroller because we have to report to the comptroller. It's their fault. Bullshit. Sorry. No, I'm sorry I'm cussing. It's just pissing me off.
This is one of the things that I've been saying this. It doesn't matter if they go out there and tell you we lowered your tax rate by 1 or 2 or 3%. It doesn't matter because people believe that crap, Roman. They buy into that.
No. Look what Ben's saying right here. Roman, both sides are the same. Everyone puts their hand in a cookie jar and there's another Democrat, Republican. This bull. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people that are out there saying that because I hear this. I've heard this from people. Well, I voted for Trump in 2020. and I voted for Abbott, and I voted for all these statewide Republicans, but locally I vote Democrat because I know them. They're good. They're not like the Democrats of the old of the national. So I vote them. Bullshit. You need to stop. Stop your crap of just voting for somebody just because I know you. Because look, I know you're going to say, well, you're going to vote for Jessica over Erasmo. Well, yeah, because that's one, it's not partisan. Two, I know both of them. And Erasmo told me he wasn't going to run ever again. And I already promised that I was going to vote for Jessica because I support Jessica. Even if she's going out there claiming she's Latinx, whatever the hell that means, I'm still going to vote for her. But you all need to stop and think. I mean, until you start voting for Republicans, you're going to get people like Joey Lopez, who's apparently, according to Erasmo, a millionaire, and going to have give a raise increase. But Erasmo, you lose. Erasmo loses against Joe because he's not really a Republican. I'm not going to vote for him, Roman, because he's not really a Republican. Who gives a shit? He ran as a Republican. He has the R by name. He has the pinche R and then the pile up here. Fudge. Just freaking vote for the guy. But no, I can't. No. I'm going to vote for Democrat because he's a good Democrat, Roman. You don't know Roman? He has a Myra sign outside of his business. He's really a Republican, Roman. He just doesn't want to run as a Democrat. Bull. Same thing with Jonathan Gracio there. You're going to run as a Democrat against state representative. Why? Because you do. It's the only way to win. Bull. You could run as a Republican. No, but he's he's closet Republican. I even used that. I said he was a closet Republican. I thought he was a Republican, but he apparently not. Jonathan Gracia.
He's running against Aaron?
No, no. In 37, which is Juanita's district, Jane's district. Juanita? Yeah, well, you have the Democrat. You have Ruben Cortez, you have Jonathan Gracia, and you have Alex Dominguez. My favorite is Alex Dominguez. You want to know why he's my favorite one of the three that's running? Because I think this is hilarious. If you look at his campaign finance report, the only donation he's gotten in the last 6 months, really, I think in the last year, you'll never guess who gave him a $250 donation. It's not me. Guess. Who? No. No.
Zeke?
No. Juanita?
No.
Yes. Jess. Look at his campaign finance report. It says $250 campaign finance contribution. Well, she claims, if you look at her campaign finance reports, that it was for capital office supplies. There were a ton of people she could have gone to get office supplies, and she goes and gets it from Alex Dominguez. But it looks, if you look at his campaign finance report, if I saw it correctly, but then again, I'm blind, I'm old, I don't know, I don't see anything, so maybe somebody can correct me. But I believe it says a $250 contribution, the only contribution he's gotten in like a year for Juanita.
So they're all planning to run against her?
Well, yes, and the Democrat side, so all going to beat each other. Jonathan already has billboards and electric billboards in Harlingen. I saw him yesterday.
I haven't seen him.
Yeah, and I think he should run as a Republican, honestly. I thought he was considering running as a Republican, but here's what it is.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting race. Mm-hmm. One that I'm glad I'm not going to be a part of.
But there'll be Republicans considering running against Juanita. Juanita thinks she's all badass because she's over there taking pictures with the governor. But you know what's really, I gotta say that, I gotta be, she apparently is an Uber driver. Juanita,
an Uber driver?
Yeah, you go to her camp. Yeah, go over to her Facebook page. Apparently she Uber drive people to the meeting. Now, okay, look, I don't know if she's getting paid, but usually when you use the term Uber, you're getting paid, right? Or do you do Uber? I'm going to Uber somebody, but it's for free.
I wouldn't Uber anyone.
Well, let's say you, Erasmo. Okay, anybody out there that's watching right now? Anybody? Tell me. If somebody say I Ubered somebody, it usually means you're getting paid, right? Well, apparently she Ubered somebody when she was going to an official meeting to like be behind the governor, stand behind the governor, who, by the way, is in a wheelchair and you could barely see her head, and she's literally right behind him.
She's that short?
she's shorter than me, like an inch, but still.
But let me going back into the taxing. Yeah. One of the things, I had a conversation with one of the city commissioners today in regards to are they planning to raise our taxes? They said no, that they're not planning to raise the taxes, and he made mention in regards to the appraised value as well. That they're taking that into consideration, that they're actually planning to lower it by a fraction of a cent.
A fraction of a cent. But they have no choice. They're gonna lower it to the tax rate that will give them just under 3% of the amount of money they got the last year, and then they're gonna be busy giving money away to these stupid liberal causes.
But he made mention the ones that y'all need to really watch out for is BISD. They're planning to raise the rate.
Well, one, they can't raise the rates because of the fact that the state is low. They're gonna lower it. The state is gonna pay.
Well, Like they can
What
lower,
they pay?
they can raise the rates. It just doesn't mean that they get any more money. It's just they raise the rates. They can raise the
Well, they,
rates. It'll affect property owners here locally.
how can they raise the rates when the appraisals went up? They can't raise. They're not gonna get more than 3% money. The
Well,
same thing applies to
we'll
them.
see. It's going to be an interesting little watch. But let me say, it's going to be an interesting watch more than anything because it's going to be very telling on at least one of those races. And I would say is little Eddie running for little Eddie running for tax assessor.
Taxes doesn't go.
You
Yeah.
know,
I does he can he beat Easy Can he?
no, there's no way in hell.
I don't think he'd beat Easy.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Tony Zaguirre has a machine behind him, and
But let's see. Well, what if Tony Easy is not gonna run for re-election?
oh, he's running.
I mean, what if he decides that I don't want to? Maybe it's like the old switcheroo.
No, I don't think that they're that close of friends. I think individuals like Tony Zaguirre, they're going to want to el dedazo the individual that's going to come after them. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, it happens all the time. I mean, I think there's like a state representative, Representative Schrader, who's a good guy. I think it's Matt Schrader. He announced his retirement from the Texas Ledge after 12 years of serving in the Ledge. And he already today he did that yesterday, and today he already said, "This is who I want." He already recommended somebody. So yeah.
So
So, yeah.
I don't. If Tony were going to retire, he'd already have his individual already lined up, and I would imagine that they'd already be putting up signs or something.
Mhm.
I don't see Tony not running again. He's had the gig for the longest time. I mean, it's a cool, comfy gig. He's made himself a millionaire. Why give it up?
Mm. Well, again, I don't know if we have a lot of millionaires around. Is Joey Lopez really a millionaire, or is that just something you were saying because you were
Yeah,
funny?
of course.
Really, is a
I mean,
millionaire?
well, yeah, they've got all the Lopez old.
But I don't know. I know that's what you said when you were running, but I don't know.
You think he's like struggling? Or what?
No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying I don't think he's a millionaire.
I think he's a millionaire.
I don't know. I just whatever, doesn't matter.
We should
But
ask.
I don't. Maybe we should ask him. Maybe you can ask him on the show, and he can defend himself why he's giving himself a pay raise. Yeah,
Me and Joey.
over 11%.
Me and Joey are okay. I told you we had a great conversation the other day together. I mean, we're okay. This BIC race is going to be. It is going to be an interesting race because I think
It's a year away. Let's not worry about that one until a year away.
that
It's a
far.
year. It's over a year away. The filing deadline's a year away.
No, isn't it like April or something?
No, it's in August.
I don't think so, Roman.
Yeah, because the race is in November.
I think it's in April, Roman.
No, it's not in April. I promise you, it's not in April. You can look it up. Maybe Jesse will get online. Well, he's already online,
Who?
and he can go to and figure out when the filing deadline will be for nonpartisan races in special districts in November 2024. When the filing deadline is, he's gonna find out like in August.
Well, whatever it is.
It might even be like July the 31st or something, like the deadline. It's like in that range.
Are you running, Roman?
If you run against Jessica, I might just run against you. Just kidding. I probably won't even be here in a year.
Why?
I keep saying that because I'm moving away. I don't want to live in this town.
Are
I
you-
don't want to live in. I really don't want to live in a town where you have the Economic Development Corporation, Brownsville, not the one of the Economic Development Corporations, because we have two of them, right? Because we have the BCIC and then we have the BDC, GBIC/BDC, right, or whatever it is now.
Yeah.
But we had the BCIC out there that says they have this stupid little picture of two girls. I assume they're girls. I don't know. They look like girls. I could be wrong. I don't know the pronouns anymore because he's that with a little rainbow little shirt with that white little T-shirt, and they have the in rainbow Latinx, and they're holding hands.
like
And
that-
this is
like Jessica Gonzalez.
no, like they're. I don't know. I maybe maybe somebody from BCIC can let us know if these two girls are dating, or these two girls are together, or they're just amiga, they're sisters maybe. But they're rainbow. I mean, it gives you the impression, right? I mean, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong.
I'm wrong. Well, why would they be holding hands and wearing the rainbow and saying Latinx? The woke word. Never mind, it's a woke word, but in the rainbow. That is what our Brownsville Community Improvement Corporation believes, I guess. That is to them improving the community / economic development.
Hey, what do you
That
think?
is where our sales tax dollars go to. Great job.
What do you think about
What is the hell is wrong with your teeth?
they pulled him on? What do you think about what's his name, Josh Mejia, getting fired from?
Did he get fired?
Well, he said he retired after a year.
Man, I wish I had that job retiring after a year.
That
Wow.
they decided to part ways.
That's one. Oh, over. But he went to McAllen last year, right?
McAllen.
Maybe he wants to. Maybe he misses Brownsville. You know, on the border by the sea and beyond, or whatever the hell that means.
So you think that he misses Brownsville so much that he wants to quit and
I
come back
mean,
to
who would?
Brownsville?
Who? I mean, who doesn't want to live in Brownsville? I'm leaving, therefore, people. Everybody wants to live in Brownsville. Now that Roman's going to go. What the hell are you doing? That's disgusting.
I
I
can't
don't
see
want to see. I'm not your dentist, and I'm not your lover. I don't want. I don't. And I don't think anybody out there wants to see what you're showing everybody right now. Da, 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 da. Stop, dude. It's gross.
shit.
There's a comment in the Spanish, so you
Oh,
read it, so you don't have to.
Josh is doing stuff in DC.
Oh, DC.
No, I don't think so. No
Wow.
me gustaría
Qué
decir que,
chulo. That's
pues, que
awesome.
si tanto se preocupa por la ciudad de Brownsville y graba accidentes públicos y habla mucho de ello, yo le mandé muchos porque él grabó un accidente donde muere casi mi hijo y necesitaba de sus videos y colaboración y nunca tuve respuesta. Tuve más respuesta de otra gente que vio mi publicación y me ayudó tanto que mi hijo lo atendieron, pero de él nunca jamás ni siquiera respondió.
Who?
Maybe she's
¿Cuál
talking,
fue ese?
maybe she's talking about me. I don't know. Um, déjame,
What?
déjame decirles, si se refiere a mí, Mari, déjame decirles, no siempre alcanzo a ver todas las publicaciones que vienen a mí. Esa es la primera. Porque muchas de las veces cuando no están en mi listado de amistades, esos mensajes se esconden. Si usted hubiera tomado un poquito más de tiempo, fácil hubiera obtenido mi número de teléfono, porque mi número de teléfono privado no es privado, está puesto constantemente todos los días en las redes sociales. No ni de ideas, tengo idea qué se está refiriendo, pero personas como usted les gusta tirar la piedra y esconder la mano, porque
Wait,
a la verdad,
is she really insulting you because she's talking about the juez? You're not the juez.
well, the person that marries people, I think that's what she's referring to. So, si acaso se está refiriendo a mí, muy equivocada. Pero en fin, puede usted
But
pensar y decir lo que usted quiera. Yo no almaceno videos, solamente me los envían y los publico. So, no sé qué otra ayuda quiere que le dé. No sé si quiere que yo vaya a recoger los reportes de policía. No lo voy a hacer. Usted haga su trabajito usted misma. A usted es la que le interesa. A su servidor tiene que atender a 300,000 personas en esta ciudad y ahora también tengo que atender otro 1.2 millones en Matamoros, Tamaulipas. So, no tengo el tiempo para andar buscando en mis archivos antiguos un video. No lo voy a hacer, no tengo el tiempo ni la paciencia y cualquier cosa que yo vea digna de poner o necesaria en poner, usted la va a encontrar en mi página. So, usted póngase a trabajar.
you're like God. You have all these children.
My children.
Your children.
It's all about the children.
It's all about the children.
So what
Oh,
else
yeah,
is
yeah.
going on in locally in politics, Roman?
Pues yo no sé. I don't know. I mean, we have people that want to go out there and run. I saw a yard sign for Erika Perez Murillo, who's running for county commissioner, precinct 1.
Oh, is she?
I thought that's what I saw, but I don't know. It was really raining this afternoon, shockingly.
I think
And then
I think I know she ran for against Sylvia Garza Perez, didn't she?
pues yo no sé. Yo no recuerdo.
I think she did. I think she was, I had a conversation with her actually one time. We'll see what happens.
I'm laughing because of what Jesse said.
Huh?
I'm laughing because of what Jesse said. Hey, how's this big show doing anyway? How's Captain Bob? Where are you? How's your big show going?
Uh, Captain Bob and I had a conversation that he's cutting down his shows instead of doing 2 or 3 a week. He might be doing 1 a week, which is okay. It's not easy. And one of the things that I think, and I shared with him, I said, yeah, a lot of people don't understand that doing these shows isn't easy. And it gets to a point where it becomes very, very, very hectic, especially for me that I was doing 10 shows a week, 10 shows a
Yeesh.
week.
Yeah, too
Now
much.
I'm down to maybe 5 or 6 a week, and that is a lot. And there, a lot of them are even short shows. But I mean, Roman tried it and decided to
I just don't- I wa- one I was trying really hard not to do the show that would be problematic for other people, so I decided not to do them. Just stop, just, to not do it for that reason.
I haven't seen Manny do many shows. Ray's
I
already out. I mean, I'm still
Where
here.
is Ray? Somebody asked me how Ray was doing the other day. I was talking to some about chess, and they may mention Ray. How's Ray doing?
I haven't seen him personally. I think I ran into him at the mall the other day. He's doing good.
He's probably making tons of moolah doing his chess stuff that he didn't have time to do. I mean, it was different when you had the pandemic. I mean, people were at home a lot more. Now people are going out and about.
Yeah, and again, I agree with Roman. It was a lot easier having the show when we were stuck at home, not doing much, and couldn't go to many places because everything was closing down. I'm still surprised that CBS is the most viewed live stream show,
Dear Lord.
and you want to use Bobby Whiteman Cervantes as a resource.
I still can't believe he uses CBS, you know, considering that, he uses that. Isn't that like a news channel or a station?
Something. It's only been around for like 60 years now.
Longer because it was a radio before. CBS was radio before.
Tropical weather could be heading our way
When?
towards the end
Why?
of the month. Time to prepare is now.
Who said that?
Uh, huh?
Who said that?
A friend of mine sent me that.
Dun dun dun. Well, it'd be nice to get some rain. I mean, again, there was some rain today. It was horrible. It's crazy.
I see. Tropical weather could be heading to our area early next week and towards the end of the month. And towards
Okay.
the end of the month, time to prepare. Hopefully, only beneficial rain will come. Yeah, we need some rain. Is
Yeah, man, it's
Roman
been really so hard.
still have that fake job?
Well, first off, I wouldn't use that name. That's kind of gross. And secondly, I'd never had a fake job. I have a job, but whatever. It's okay. How's that gunshot wound with that chick you had in the
CBS
basement?
continues. The Captain Bob Show. I was wondering what those acronyms stood for.
Uh, I thought it was series. Why is it Captain Bob? I thought it was series. Now it's show. All right, make up your mind. I'm very confused.
Loman, love the wet look with
It's
the.
because I just took a shower. I hauled butt because he was like, "Don't be late." I'm like, I'm trying not to be late, but I had to shower.
I hate it when people are late. Like especially all the girls I date. I'm late.
No.
This guy is spreading misinformation.
Uh, yeah.
Why is Captain the it changes.
Why is the guy who created a Holocaust commenting and supposedly dead? Well, he is dead, killed by his own little
Talking
gunshot
about
wound.
people that are dead. I had a nightmare the other night. I dreamed about Sylvia Atkinson, and
Are you wishing somebody dead?
no, but she's
'Cause
dead to the community. You're dead to me. And I had a dream that I was having this conversation with Sylvia Atkinson at my office. I'm going like, why the hell am I dreaming with Sylvia Atkinson? I just thought it was kind of trippy. And I was commenting today on how long she's got left. She's got another 3 years left.
Oh, you can't. Are you gonna welcome her back with open arms? You're gonna give her a bouquet of flowers?
And
Gonna hang out?
probably not.
I don't think so. You should. Forget. Isn't that the Christian way to go? Like forgive and forget, sort of.
I was having a conversation because we were talking about Baltasar Salazar, how he's trying to get back into BISD, and there. And I was asked today. I said, "Erasmo, so you're planning to go, run for BISD?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Would you ever, consider having a conversation with Baltasar Salazar?" I said, "Hell no,
Hmm.
screw that guy." And because he tends to want to donate to people. I said, "No, I would rather run with nothing, which is
Hmm.
what I usually run with, than have a conversation with that piece of crap." These
Like
are the
that.
individuals that try to destroy my life. Him, Sylvia Atkinson, Minerva Peña, Drew the racist Brown, talking about Adolf Hitler, and Prissy Roca Tipton. They tried to destroy my life. They're gone. I'm still here, except for Minerva. She's still around, unfortunately.
And she's running for election next year, isn't she?
Of course she is.
Hmm.
And she's probably going to win.
Do you think so?
I think she's going to win. I think little Eddie's going to lose his bid for treasurer.
Mm.
I think Juanita's going to have a race on her hands.
Mm.
I
Well, it
think.
depends on if she even wins in March. She had to. I mean, I heard that John Chambers was thinking about running as a Republican. You have, you know, some
I
other
thought,
people that are considering running
I thought he
against
was
her.
running for sheriff.
No, he's either one or the other. To be honest, I don't think John could win a sheriff's race. I don't think it had to be like the right Republican. You know, is Eric Garza gonna? I know that he already has his little trailers out there. Is he gonna run as a Republican? Is he running as a Democrat? What's going on there? I mean, if he were to switch parties and run as a Republican, I think Eric could win in November. But it
Well,
is what
Eric,
it is.
Eric's got his force behind him. He's got a. And Eric works it. Let me tell you, if there's
Mhm.
one individual that works campaigns here, it's Eric Garza. And
But
the
I
guy,
think he'd have a hard time winning as a Democrat, though.
I don't know.
Winning in the Democrat primary, I think he would have a hard time.
I don't know. I think he's very very strong. He's always campaigning, Roman. Always campaigning,
Mm.
and I don't think that he's been given suffice chance to prove himself either way as sheriff or sheriff. I mean, it's going to be interesting because you've got everyone. Everyone was already announcing like 2 months after he won. 2 months after he won, people were already announcing running for sheriff against him, and I thought that was kind of interesting.
Mm.
Barbecue at Captain Bob's Face at Rancho Viejo with starting tomorrow at 7 p.m. You two are invited. Can you bring potato salad, preferably with Hellman's mayonnaise with celery nuts? I got your nuts right here, and onion bits. The McHale report CBS will invest in the beef. I got your beef too.
I but Wednesdays are bad for Erasmo because that's when he
Yeah,
does his church night.
I,
Wednesdays, like he will never do,
yeah. Actually, Captain Bob, tomorrow I actually preach at my church tomorrow night.
so he can't do it. And I mean, I think I have planned on Wednesday. I never know. I have to ask the wife.
I could, I could make it at 8:15.
No, because then you don't have time to do the show.
I could do the show from Captain Bob's.
Oh, that's true. You can. I didn't
Yeah.
think about that.
So let me know, Captain Bob, if you don't mind me going out there at 8:15. I'll go out there at 8:15. We'll do the shindig, and then I'll do my show from where you're at.
Yeah, I'll figure out. I'll have to like get back to you on that one. Honestly. He,
Hey, what
oh,
about your buddy Trey Mendez? I haven't heard anything from him.
he's over. I don't know. He's over there commenting his little BTX page now. So
Trey
no
Mendez,
idea.
BTX, God Almighty, he
I
really
know he's so obsessed with the BTX thing.
he's nuts.
It's crazy. It ain't gonna happen. But hey, you never know. To each his own, I guess. To each his own.
So
I don't know what's going on with Trey.
I'm going to think that you're not in constant communication with Trey.
I don't even remember the last time I talked to him. I think I tried to give him a call about a few months ago for something. Because yeah, actually, yeah, a friend of mine was trying to get in contact with him, and because they wanted some sort of recognition for blind stuff, and they were like, well, maybe you can give him a call. And I was like, well, I'll give him a call, see if he picks up. I doubt it he'll pick up because he's, it's Trey. He didn't. It rang once and click, hang up. See you later. So he
Yeah,
did.
send me the address, Captain Bob. Send it to my. Send me a text with the address, and as soon as I finish with my sermon, I'll head on off to Rancho Viejo, and sure, we'll do the show from there. We'll do a three-way.
Anyway, well, we probably time to end the show already.
Yeah,
You think? Yeah, I can already tell.
Roman, thanks for coming on, Roman.
You're welcome, man. Talk to
It's
you later,
always
man.
it's always a good show when you're on.
I try. I do my
So
best.
tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock.
I would. I should. I think. Yeah, depend. Yeah, I should.
Good.
Well, now with school starting, never know.
Okay. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
talk to
see
them,
you
man. God
at
bless.
5.
Bye.
Be through it. Guys, have a great day. See you tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Roman and I will be on. Guys, have a great Tuesday. Be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.